Okay, here we go again. We have homeowner Martinez, both sons now. Both sons. The black Mustang right here. And the blue vehicle. Both are homeowner Martinez sons instructed to park in front, provoke confrontation again. And there's the piece of clothing that they left right there. To mark our resident, working alongside police officers involved in criminal activity of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid, no witnesses. There you go. Murder plot continues electronically. Coming from next door, 5135, second floor hideout. This is what the instructions are being given periodically. Working alongside town and sister officials of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. 5135 West 24th Street in Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60204. And this is the game of manipulation. The game of manipulation. Intentions are very clear. I continue sleeping with my head inside an aluminum pot because of the high frequencies. And obviously this criminal organization is trying to avoid any suspicious activity from a continuous surveillance of the mailbox exchange. At 5130 and 5132. There we go. And the brain attacks continue. High frequencies, electromagnetic field waves, shock treatment to the brain to provoke movement reaction response, yelling, running out of control, kicking, screaming, public outbursts. Surprise advantage, once I approach the window, and bam, that's what I am supposed to see. This is Catfish, of course. Bait, focus, follow, attention span, away from, you got it, 5130 and 5132. 5130, where the mailbox exchange continues. Very important that organized crime family employees can reload without any suspicious activity. That's the reason for the mailbox exchange. And they're also great reloading from underneath the front porch, social acting as if they're using the restroom. There's children there, guys. We are asking for the public assistance. Please contact Child Protective Services. And of course, we have 5132, the person in charge of 5132, serving customers at an indoor recreational facility all year round, such as indoor golf course. That's right. Other than that, we have the female 5130 right there. And the Candyman is blocking her license plates. You can see the Candyman, how close he is parked right there. And obviously they are this parking space is being saved for some reason. We also have an organized crime family employee right here. 5130. And other than that, I'm looking around. Let's see. It was a sub. Okay, I guess that's it. Guys. That's what we're looking at. That is the Candyman right there. Oh, we have the Cadillac, the red Cadillac parked behind his wife with the red vehicle. That's the Cadillac right there. So that's pretty much it. Oh, look at that. We have Town and Cicero Police Department harassment. We got him. Just in time. Just in time. Didn't I tell you? The police officers are working around the clock to provoke a confrontation. They're working around the clock, and they are working alongside the Martinez family. That's the reason for the Martinez family parked right here, to provoke a confrontation as well, and Catfish, bait, focus, follow, attention span. We were able to capture the police officer once again. In my case, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, waiting, standing by, set up traps, files police reports, arrests, court dates, order of protection, document a history of mental health issue illness once I respond to the provoked confrontation and have some type of physical contact. See that? So this is how they're able to avoid any suspicious activity from long-term electronic harassment. In my case, 2003 year and present 2025. And it's 5:42 a.m., December 29th, 2025, Monday. There we go. So this is our early morning start. And once again, I am being subjected to electronic harassment, brain attacks, equal exposure from microwave oven, x-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line, secondary health issues, or radiation levels. The year's almost over, guys. So this is organized crime family trying desperately to see if I respond to the game of manipulation. That's right. It's based on psychological warfare books, The Art of War, The Centennial, Mind Games, Community Gang Stalking, The 48 Laws, a number of psychological warfare books, very effective under the influence, and of course, under doctor's care. The attacks will continue in a hospital setting. Organized crime family has employees that will self-admit themselves to continue the game of manipulation. The attacks continue within the hospital setting, and the doctor obviously has no clue what's going on. The victim will be sedated and given medication by force, and will be secluded from other patients, so no one copycats the patients. Obviously, for example, bright light harassment, cover up all the windows. There you go. Surprise advantage, once the victim reacts to electronic harassment and approaches the window, the police officer involved in criminal activity will be outside, just like you guys witness right now. And once the victim or patient responds by pointing out to the family members or the doctor, there's consequences. Of course, the family members will respond by calling 911 because they're concerned. They don't see anything, no witnesses. This is a private attack between the perpetrator and the victim. No witnesses. That's why it's so important, the peekaboo. Now you see me, now you don't. That's the reason why the police officer was driving at such a high speed in very hazardous conditions. No emergency. He was instructed to drive. Remember now, they're placing high-ranking departments assigned to my location for two separate reasons. To make sure this criminal organization is undisturbed, and at times receiving a personal escort for delivery purposes of the mailbox exchange, and for documentation purposes to make sure that the victims are documented once they respond to the game of manipulation. And this right here is clearly a provoked confrontation. Two brothers are wasting their youth away. This is what they do all day, is basically, this is pre-planned each night attacks. And you can see clearly, this is what they do. And that's the reason why this cloth was placed on our baby tree to mark this resident, my resident. Other than that, silent, incoherent victims. What causes the victim to become silent? Well, secondary health issues of radiation levels from electronic harassment, brain aneurysm, bleeding of the brain, blood clot, brain damage, bone cancer. Silent, incoherent victims, nursing home final faith, identity theft, Medicaid takes place. Now, I'm jumping ahead of the game. This is a process, of course. The family members it's very important that the family members respond. The family members will respond in this order. Each time the victims respond to the daily plan attacks, the victim obviously will respond, and the family members will call 911. In my case, Sergeant Porter, working badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, police officers involved in criminal activity, and Town of Cicero Emergency 911 dispatcher named Anna. Joint collaboration with the Plains Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, unprovoked home visit at 5 a.m., requesting to speak to me. Under duress conditions, I continued sleeping, but these police officers instructed my family members, if Miguel Rodriguez, starts acting in any peculiar way, do not hesitate, call 911 immediately. Obviously, once I respond to covering up all the windows, this is a signal sent to police officers in the area that I am responding to the game of manipulation, and that's why it is considered and categorized as state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. Now, the family members will respond in this manner. They will place an order of protection, which means the victim will no longer be allowed home, restricted. Other than that, constant mental health hospital evaluation, victims lose their credibility. Let me repeat that. Constant mental health hospital evaluation, victims lose their credibility. Remember, each time the victims respond to the game of manipulation, the police officers working alongside paramedics involved in criminal activity, that's right, involved in criminal activity, will document the victim with a history of mental health issue illness. Over time, this becomes a routine. It will become second nature for the family members to call 911. And the police officers are assigned to this location for documentation purposes and to make sure organized crime is undisturbed. As far as this is a designated area for crime activity. That's right, to serve and protect organized crime. Other than that, the family members will place an order of protection. You only allowed a certain amount of time in the hospital. So sooner or later, the victim will be awarded to the State Mental Institute. And the attacks will continue there as well. Organized crime family has employees that will self-admit themselves for the game of manipulation. And community gang stalking and umbrella harassment right from outside the hospital room setting. Now, the family members, they will sign up for our legal rights. Yes, the family members can only withstand so much because obviously they have no idea what's going on. Obviously, they do not have the money to keep the victim in a hospital. So they will sign all legal rights and the victim will be awarded to the State Mental Institute. That's when this criminal organization is able to capitalize on the withdrawal from the family and they take over. That's right. Once the victim becomes deceased, now they can cash in. The younger the victim, the bigger the payoff. And that's why so many victims are being targeted as far as drugs. That's right. Once the victims get hooked on drugs, that creates family conflict as well. So it's a double blade right there. Other than that, I've been to the rinse cycle several times. I know exactly how this works. And the only reason I'm here is because my family members have witnessed firsthand what's going on. My son witnessed the dollar store owner provoke confrontation. My son witnessed 4 police officers waiting for me in the hallway unprovoked, silent, that's right, and our next door neighbors. My son took the initiative of placing a latch on the bottom door because the police officers at random were just running up the stairs, calling the paramedics, and off we go again. No provoked confrontation while sleeping, guys. So this is how they're able to manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitrators. You guys saw firsthand, time and time again, how these police officers are waiting for me right outside my window while grocery shopping in the back alley and while taking the pink line, 54 Cermak pink line, public transit train. They were waiting for me, and each time I go outside, the police officers are following me. They're not attacking me physically, but they're attacking me, my psyche, to see if I respond. And they're working alongside paramedics, judges, fire department, town assessor officials that we have on video getting a signed petition from 5130 where the mailbox exchange continues, and getting a signed petition from 5132 where the gray truck continues serving customers at an indoor recreational facility all year round, such as golf course. We have before and after evidence of fire at 5130, no investigation, 3 fake home visits by law enforcement involved in criminal activity. It's very important that the victims respond. Sure, you're safe at work, plenty of witnesses, and co-workers and surveillance. But once you get home, you will be followed, your information will be retrieved, and once they find out your status of your income, that's when they go for you. And they're able to manipulate businesses and remain in control and silence their arbitraries. Now, the mob, Board of Education, District 89, male and female. The male couldn't take the heat in the kitchen. He transferred to a different building. He does visit from time to time. The female stayed behind, and the mob plan hits continue with second character witnesses among her co-workers from time to time instructed to park at my doorstep to waiting just for me, working with law enforcement. And of course, it's called Catfish. And that's the reasoning for the mob, Board of Education, District 99, female employee, constantly waiting just for me. Catfish, bait, focus, follow, attention span. There we go. There we go. Drive over here, guys. Don't be scared. Drive over here, guys. See? So the instructions are being given periodically from right next door, 5135 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 604. Other than that, I'm very excited. Of course, I look forward to many, many years of surveillance until these government agencies take action. We are asking for the public assistance. Of course, please contact the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, Chicago and Dearborn, Illinois. Please contact Child Protective Services. Please contact Internal Revenue Services, posted date January 8th, 2025, regarding 5132 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 604. Nello Greco is the main proprietor. The first floor remains vacant, not concerned with taxes, of course. And the pressure's on. The pressure's on. I must be arrested. I must respond. And I must be documented. Other than that, if they, once Nello Greco moves back, this property at 5132 is placed in the buyer's market to avoid any suspicious activity. So, wow, what can I say? We come a long way. I'm being subjected to electronic harassment 2003 year and present 2025. And it's Monday morning, 5:55 a.m., December 29th, guys. So you can imagine the traumatic effects on the mind, body, and organs. I'm taking this initiative to make sure that I, Miguel Rodriguez, public service, Miguel Rodriguez, grant full permission to our government agencies to record my daily routine within my room. Or walking outside, community gang stalking, bright light harassment, and provoke confrontation by law enforcement. That's right. And organized crime family employees, Catfish, bait, focus, follow, attention span. I'm Miguel Rodriguez, grant full permission to have an autopsy of my brain once I become ill. I'm doing this now because I want to take the initiative now that I can. And I'm Miguel Rodriguez, and so mine. I want to give this permission to have my brain autopsy so we can gather more evidence. Do not let my death be in vain, guys. This is criminal activity of electronic harassment. Go on YouTube, tech ingredients, equal exposure from microwave oven, x-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line, secondary health issues, or radiation levels. So you guys can protect yourself. Sure, I understand the gravity of the situation, but I want to make a difference because I care, and there's children involved here, guys. There's senior citizens, there's fire department, paramedics, judges, law enforcement, town assistant officials. This criminal organization must be held accountable. I'm probably the only known survivor. That's right, the only known survivor, and that's why they continually they have a hit squad working alongside Nello Greco family members right next door, 5135 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60204. And they're working around the clock. The year is almost over. Now, we're going to continue. But obviously, I am behind enemy lines, plenty of second character witnesses, and that's the reason why so many people have a brand new vehicle, bought and paid for with this criminal activity. Other than that, wow, it feels very gratifying to be part of this. But remember now, sure, you can open up traffic in charge, but you need a fall guy. You need someone like me. That's right. That's able to take the hit. That's able to withstand the high frequencies. That attacks the victim's nervous system. Lots of coordination, accidents, and death will happen. That's able to withstand bright light harassment. On and off switch, military-grade technology set on the victim's eye scope, visual effects, on and off switch once the victim focuses on any light source, well documented on a social media platform, and it's a natural instinct to focus on the light. Electromagnetic field waves, shock treatment to the brain. That is very dangerous. That right there is how the victims become silent, incoherent. Victims, nursing home, final faith, identity theft, Medicaid takes place. I experience the final faith every single day because remember now, this electromagnetic field waves, shock treatment to the brain, will weaken the blood vessels of the brain tissue. My doctor at Oak Street Health, Dr. Augustine, advised me, yes, Miguel, this was after the attack and after Nello Greco's family decided to move out upon notification of bleeding on my brain. My doctor at Oak Street Health, Dr. Augustine, advised me, yes, Miguel, you were bleeding. You have nothing to worry about. Well, guess what? After the bleeding stops, it creates a blood clot. This is dry blood that travels up the stem of the brain, cutting off the oxygen. Silent, incoherent victims. Nursing home, final faith, identity theft, Medicaid takes place. No witnesses. The family members, of course, are involved by placing an order of protection, by signing off our legal rights, by awarding the victim to the State Mental Institute. Doctors have no idea what's going on. The medication will be increased. This intensifies the victim's response. Symptoms: paranoia, hallucinations, psychosis, lose weight, aggressiveness, anger, secluded, non-social, non-participant, a number, loss of pleasure, no joy, suicidal thoughts, a number of very devastating, lost hope, very devastating symptoms that occur naturally when the victim is being attacked and under doctor's care. And these medications are very powerful, guys. The medications that they give the victims are very powerful, and they will be changed up and to see which one works better. And so that's the game of manipulation is very crucial in a doctor's care, and the consequences are very severe. And the victim is going to respond more easier under the doctor's care medication. This increases and intensifies the victim's response and panic. The peekaboo is very important, as you guys just witnessed. High frequencies, electromagnetic field waves, shock treatment to the brain while sleeping, kicking, screaming, public outbursts, surprise advantage. Once I approach the window, bam, there you go. The police officer involved in criminal activity is waiting for me, and we have homeowner Martinez's two sons parked in front to provoke a confrontation. All this is a security blanket. This document of a history of mental health issue illness is a security blanket to make sure that the victims' families respond by signing off our legal rights, to make sure there's no question mark once Nello Greco and his family move back to 5132, their main headquarters. That's the reason for the first floor being vacant, and that's the reason for them moving out and panicking in the first place. Other than that, there's once again, you guys need a fall guy. You guys need someone to take the bullet. I understand the gravity of the situation. Unless something bad happens to me, there's no case. And that's what we are aiming for. Obviously, this is our only alternative. So I'm no longer wearing nothing on my head like before. I do wear a helmet when I go outside. No, nothing on my head. See that? So I'm being subjected full force. These are lethal, very lethal, high frequencies and electromagnetic field waves. Reaction response, turn off the furnace heater fan blower. It's cold outside, guys, so you can imagine if I were to respond by turning off the furnace heater fan blower, and the pipes burst, there's going to be family concern and conflict. And that's what they're aiming for as well. And the police officers are in the area hiding, waiting just for me. And it adds to the victim's emotional disturbance state of mind when other entities are included in the equation, such as provoke confrontation at the doorstep and placing a cloth on our baby tree. See that? So that adds anger to the victim. And that's what they're aiming for, is attacking the victim's psyche. Remember that. And that's what they need to be documented with a history of mental health issue illness. Well, that's what we got so far. And you guys are witnessing history in the making. That's right, history in the making. This criminal organization is well protected by Thomas Cicero officials, continually working on a harassment case against me. The year's almost over. That's it. So you can see the desperation this criminal organization is going through. Yes, I love playing the victim. I love playing the victim because it's very gratifying to me that I am the only known survivor. I can do it. I care. And I can make a difference. I mean, we're here for a short time, guys. I'm telling you. Life is a blink. We have a beginning, we have an ending, and we have the middle that we can do something. The reason I'm saying this will go down in the history books is because I am behind enemy lines. I'm one person. All by myself. I have no one here. I am behind enemy lines. Plenty of second character witnesses that are waiting to come forth once I respond to the game of manipulation. That's right. And that's the reasoning for the provoke confrontation, for the catfish, creating family conflict, emotional distress, anxiety, disbelief, mistrust. We have a statement from my ex-wife after visiting shopping at the dollar store. The dollar store owner coerced her. That's right, coerced her while she was buying Christmas gifts and wrapping paper. My ex-wife got home, and boy, did she let me have it. She was wrapping gifts, but she was crying and sobbing and yelling at me, and we have her statement on video. That's right. The dollar store owner was hard at work at the game of manipulation. Very important that the victims respond, the victim's family responds psychologically. So my ex-wife now is asking me questions. Why do you continue harassing the dollar store owner? And the dollar store owner, if you guys go back, you're going to see ex-wife's statement, dollar store owner. And you're going to see for yourself and how important it is for the victim's family to respond. And that's the reasoning for the dollar store owner provoke confrontation. And that's the reasoning for the police officers in the area. Okay, other than that, we look forward to another year, guys. Don't forget, Child Protective Services. And don't forget, yes, I have changed my titles. We're trying to follow community family guidelines. So that's why I have food menus now. But if you guys pay attention, you guys can understand exactly how this works. All right, we have activity in the back alley. Let's see who that is. There we go. We have organized crime moving through the alley to avoid our surveillance, guys. We just caught them red-handed. Organized crime is going through the alley to avoid our surveillance. The lights are on. You can see at 5130. And they made a quick escape through the back alley to avoid our surveillance. They're very aware of my location and activities, instruction given on command signal. We also have bright light harassment placed on top of the premises of the dollar store, redirected at my window. You can see the intensity of the light. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I guess that's what we got. Other than that, we want to make sure everyone clearly understands how important this is. This is very important, guys. So that's why I'm taking the time, effort to make sure everyone is on board and understands. I am putting my life on the line, guys. So we want the people to participate, the public to participate, because I want to do that now that I can. I want to go on the record now. That's right. Okay, here we go. Nello Greco is the main proprietor of 5132. Posted date January 8th, 2025, regarding tax evasion. Make sure you mention military-grade technology, secondary health issues, or radiation levels. There you go. And this is the property, 5132, the main headquarters. Yes, I was considered a family member at one time, and I hope I still am. We look forward to receiving and recording Romulo Martinez, Nello Greco's family member moved back to 5132. That's the reasoning for the first floor being vacant. And obviously, you guys just witnessed the desperation this criminal organization is going through. They're panicking. If they weren't panicking, guys, they wouldn't be spending so much time, effort, law enforcement, and electronic harassment, and provoke confrontation, and catfish. None of this would be applied. They would just leave the machine on, and I would disappear naturally. But they understand the gravity of the situation. There's going to be a question mark. What happened to the YouTuber once I become deceased? There's going to be a question mark on my grave. That's right. There's going to be a question mark. I am in perfect health, guys. I am plant-based, and obviously there's nothing wrong with me. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm very aware of what's going on. And I'm documenting everything because I can now, before something bad happens to me. Once something bad happens to me, guys, that's it. Kaput, forget about it. There's just going to be a question mark on my grave, and I cannot defend myself once I'm in the hospital, and that's it. That's it, guys. You can forget about it. So I'm taking advantage of this platform to make a difference, guys. Other than that, that's my son right there shoveling the snow. Thank God we have fluffy snow. My family has no idea what's going on. I know what social acting is, but this criminal organization is panicking. They really need an alibi, and they need for me to respond to the game of manipulation. They really need that. All right. Other than that, let's see. There is a vehicle over there. Okay, that's it. All right, we're moving on from that, guys. Okay, don't forget, Child Protective Services and Internal Revenue Services. And I am excited, guys. I'm telling you. It's very gratifying what I do. And I just hope you guys are on board. We have contacted everyone. We have contacted the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, Chicago and Dearborn, Illinois, Child Protective Services. Yes, there's news reporters, individual news reporters involved in criminal activity, guys. Making sure Town Cicero is highlighted in a positive way. I have contacted the Pentagon, Homeland Security. I have contacted State's Attorney's Office. I have contacted the Surgeon General, Department of Justice, Congressman Chuy Garcia, State Representative Lisa Hernandez. But this is the reason. And ICE. That's right. We have migrants involved in criminal activity being utilized for this specific purpose. And this is the reasoning why so many Chicagoans are leaving the state, because of corruption. That's another reasoning why I come across so many people as far as why isn't anything being done? Why isn't anything being done? And a lot of people say it's because of the red. You got Democrats and you got Republicans. They base their issues on that. And obviously, I am trying to make a difference here, guys. So Democrat or Republican, it affects everyone here. This is an insurance policy placed on victims. This is a murder plot, guys. This is serious. And this is how they're able to manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitraries. There's children involved here, guys. So we must work together. And this is very gratifying, but you have to participate. If you don't participate, this is the reasoning why we have a new administration in the White House, and there's a crackdown on narcotics. So be mindful of these vehicles. Please contact your local state police department. I went in person to state police department, and they got my information twice. I went twice. So we're trying to make a difference, and corruption is here. Corruption is all over the place, guys. It's called one hand washes the other. No one wants no hard feelings, and they just want to get a paycheck and move on, and that's it. But I am documenting everything, guys. Anything happens to me, there's going to be a question mark on my grave. That's right. And it's going to be well documented how I came to be. That's right. All right. You know what this means, right? Come and get some. I am excited. I am excited, guys. We come a long way, baby. All right, here we go. Monday, December 29th, 2025 at 6:16 a.m. 6:16 a.m. It looks like we have activity at 5132. The individual at 5132 will be serving customers at an indoor recreational facility. Please follow the time frame, and you can see for yourself. Right after I shut off the recorder, you're going to see the time frame. This individual will be on command signal moving along. All right, moving along. State insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. Intentions are very clear. We have homeowner Martinez's son right here, and we have his other son right here. Provoke confrontation. And to add to the equation, to attack the victim's psyche even more, provoke aggravation, they place a coat on our baby tree. So that intensifies the victim's response, and that's the reasoning for the police officer in the area to see if I respond. And let's not forget, I am being subjected to lethal high frequencies and shock treatment to the brain. This is electrical current, magnetic fields, shock treatment to the brain, and the victim, sooner or later, blood vessels will weaken, and the side effects are very detrimental. This is a murder plot, guys. Capital One murder. So keep your eyes on me. All right. Other than that, Town and Cicero Police Department, harassment. We gotta make it.